smoking a cigarette, not for the taste of it. The madness grows like a flame through the soul, and it's time for some payback.
This song has a lot going on, so to talk about it, I'm going to be doing it character by character. First, Mouthface. Mouthface admittedly doesn't do a lot in this song, only singing at the very end when everybody else does. However, she does get kidnapped, which sets up the conflict for the rest of the show. Cletus Jones also doesn't sing that much during this song, but it does show how in love he is with McDoon. He shows jealousy toward Mouthface, just calling her the tall one with the ugly dress because she is the object of McDoon's affections, and even though he very clearly isn't happy about what's going on, he still goes along with it because it's what McDoon wants. Craphole not only references Pace to be an animal at the end of the song, because the family is not doing well, just like the animal that Grandpa may or may not have turned into, he also fully calls out Jack Bauer, referencing the opening number. The opening number, the line is, "Pay attention, Dad," and here it's, "You should have paid attention, Dad." Jack Bauer didn't pay attention, and now disaster has struck. He also calls out Jack Bauer for continuing to not take this seriously. Slippery When Wet calls back to her song when the world's at stake. That scenario is no longer hypothetical. Their wagon is on fire, so they can't travel anymore, and her daughter has just been kidnapped. Jack Bauer, as has been mentioned numerous times throughout the discussion of these songs, has not been taking this seriously. It's just a road trip, or a fun time with family, or a game. But the seriousness of the world rears its ugly head, and for the first time, Jack Bauer comments on that seriousness, somehow still being surprised. Despite that, Jack Bauer goes back to not taking this all that seriously, saying that his wagon being on fire and his daughter being kidnapped is just part of the grind, calling back to the song The Grind, while also showing that whether it's what he actually believes or if it's just a coping mechanism, he's gone back to not taking this very seriously. Finally, we have McDoon, and this is very much his villain song. One thing that the song does really well is it shows us what kind of a character McDoon is. When the song starts, McDoon speaks in a very kind of flowery way. He makes it sound like he has this whole big, elaborate plan that is going to fill the audience in on, and then he just sets the wagon on fire. McDoon puts on this air of sophistication and cleverness pretty much from the moment he is introduced, but really he's just a dum-dum. Still ruthless, though, as he does set their wagon on fire and kidnap Mouthface. Even though he lets Cletus Jones do the kidnapping because he has to explain what's going on to the audience. Which is what he actually says. He needs to explain what's going on. I absolutely love meta humor, and this show has a lot of it. As a lot of Act 1 closers do, this one leaves us on a cliffhanger, as Mouthface is kidnapped and the Dick Rat's wagon is destroyed. How will the Dick Rats get out of these predicaments? Well, just have to keep watching to find out. So that is it for this song. Tune in hopefully soon for the next one. See you then. Puberty will come to me at some point. I don't know when, but some point.